Hey guys, I wanted to talk a bit about the genealogy challenge. Obviously, not everyone's families are perfect. I want you to know ahead of time that's okay. Should be specific things that you are looking for when you're going through genealogy. Obviously, hi babies, where your favorite traits come from, your talents. Maybe talents run in the family. They do run in most families. Other things are health concerns. My father's side has a lot of cancer, a lot. My mother's side has heart problems. I have no idea where I got my food allergies from, but not technically from either of those sides. But if it was hereditary, that was something for me to know so that I can pass that on for the kids. Also, important to note, little things. For instance, my mother's mother, which would make my biological grandmother, had, well, I don't know what you would, I guess now we would call it, postpartum depression. And she struggled with that. My mother also struggled with postpartum depression. So I didn't get post, I got pre or peri, whatever, so these are things to know to pass on as well. Addiction. Addiction runs rampant, really, wherever you look. But if you notice a trend, again, this is something to pass on. I don't smoke, I don't drink purposefully. Specifically, I do not do these things because I know, I have a pretty addictive personality. I drink Dr. Pepper like it flows through my blood and I need it to survive. I am addicted to sugar. I am, very much so. And with the OCD, there are certain things that I do repetitively. So that's something that I know when I'm anxious, these things happen. So if I see these things in my children, obviously I'm going to be open and honest with them about the topic of, I don't know, maybe not addiction, but something surrounding addiction, in order to start the conversation early and often regarding why I don't drink, why I don't smoke, why I encourage them not to be pressured into doing drugs or whatever the people around them are doing, because that is a specific health hazard for our family. Makes sense? Makes sense. Obviously, our goal is to end any cycle, any bad cycle we want to end. So for me, that means hopefully pregnancy and depression. Hopefully that's a big one. And I know our society now talks about it so much more so that it's something that's not bad anymore. It happens. We know that it happens. We have support systems now to help people. Something to mention to my daughter. Addiction, OCD, that will certainly fall in line to my son with his autism. I'm sure I will have to be very cautious, not only about his diet, but the way that he deals with stress. And that's a big conversation that we should be having early and often with our children. How do we deal with stress? What are steps that we can take? How do we ask for help? How it's not bad to ask for help when we need help, so that when we get anxious, we can get out of that situation instead of, going towards something like an addiction. Okay. Health-wise, heart issues. So I'm going to try and make sure that both the kids eat healthy and stay active. Same with me. Cancer, that means screenings often and early. Everything from skin cancer to ovarian cancer. For my daughter, for my son, that would be colon cancer. Although it doesn't affect them right now, these are things, information that we pass on. And if I have it written down in case something happens to me, they will still get that information. This is a big part of the point of genealogy. It might be cool to find out that King George was my great uncle on my aunt's third side removed. That's cool, right? But more importantly, things that we can pass on, things that affect us, are things that, we know our families have had issues with in the past. We want to stop the cycles. Bad cycles. Good things. Talents. Did you know your talent first started with great grandma so-and-so? Cool, right? That's a good thing. We want to pass the good things and stave off the bad things. That's a big part of this week. So everyone that's like, oh, this is stupid, I'm not doing that, it may seem silly to you because you're not thinking about the full ramifications of the possibilities of the good that it could do. So it's not just about finding out that great Aunt June was a cool wandering gypsy. Well, perhaps she died from a heart attack. And then you find out, wow, you know, a lot of my other relatives died from heart problems. That's a health trend, okay? So keep your eyes open for little things like that. Things that may not seem like a lot, but when you put the pieces together, it's like, wow, this side of my family does seem to have heart problems or digestive issues or cancer or lung issues, asthma, something like that. On the other side, you know, what does my family battle? Um, Addictions, okay, depression, um, migraines, something as simple as that, migraines, autism. For us, you know, that's a thing. So keep track of these things. It doesn't. You don't have to write a whole novel about your family. You don't. Draw a little chart. You know, born this day, died this day. What did they die from? Little notes like, you know, we know great grandma suffered from postpartum depression. We know my mother suffered from postpartum depression. I know that I dealt with depression during pregnancy. So if my daughter gets pregnant, just so she's aware, because when you have more information going into things, it makes it a lot easier. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Please keep working on your genealogy, not just for yourself, but for future generations as well. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.